on your side tonight as 6 News continues its coverage on how law enforcement agencies in the metro plan to protect families.
Our Bella Caracta sits down with the Douglas County Sheriff and his captain on their main goals for next year.
Douglas County Sheriff Aaron Hanson and his deputies are responsible for about 90,000 people who live in unincorporated areas of Douglas County.
I think that the Douglas County Sheriff's Office proved in 2023 that we can do more with less, because we did.
You see them on road patrol and criminal investigations, and half of their team is dedicated to court services. Hanson says their responsibility in the county is growing. That growth, measured by development, people, and crime, forces his deputies to keep up for the safety of the community.
Do you feel the sheriff's office is and will be equipped to handle that growth? What else would you need to do it?
Not under the current scheme. Right now, Patrol District 11 spans all the way from the Missouri River to just west of Irvington. And that is some of our most explosive growth.
To help, this year, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office created the Behavioral Health Unit within the Community Action Team. In 2024, Hanson hopes to expand that team. The Sheriff's Office also handles criminal investigations, led by Captain Eric Sellers. This year proved challenging, he says. 6 News reported on several costly scams, deadly crimes, and strings of theft.
As technology helps us solve crimes, it's a double-edged sword.
In 2024, 2 more investigators are grant-funded to join the 6-person Douglas County Special Operations Team.
I think we're just scratching the surface of what we can do, but we need the bodies to make a big impact.
Hanson's third goal aligns with the office's third main duty, court services.
We have the busiest and most rapidly growing courts in the state.
With 2 additional district courtrooms being added in 2024, his deputies will be responsible for keeping up.
We need to have enough deputies to keep those people safe.
On your side in Omaha, Bella Caracta, 6 News.
And 6 News also asked the sheriff about his plans for recruiting deputies. And for that, you can go to our website on WWT.com.